Other moves we just got going around the NFL right now. Another one, quarterback, New England. Kind of mentioned earlier, this man Cam Newton and the way his contract is structured and how that breaks down. But at the same time, I think this is a win-win for both parties. I think because, on paper, you see 1 year, 14 million, or a lot that goes into Cam actually reaching that 14 million.
It's 3.5 guaranteed. A lot of it is honors incentive based.
Right. But for having the year Cam Newton did last year and the offseason Cam Newton did this last year, I mean, listen, he had a pretty abysmal year. Obviously, I think he had like 12 or 13 rushing touchdowns, though, as a QB, which showed he can still kind of get it done in that department. Yeah. I mean, granted enough, the Patriots didn't really have anything he could work with for the most part. I do actually like the Pats, though, to be able to come back this year and make a little bit of noise. They had a lot of players out last year, that opted out for the COVID season. I know they just made a trade with the Raiders to bring back offensive tackle that used to be on the Pats. I don't remember his name whatsoever. But they have been making a couple small, slight trades here and there, which I think I might have said on the show before, like, if Bill Belichick calls you and is willing to trade for like your third string left tackle, I'm going back and watching all the footage I can on that left tackle or whoever the player is, because I'm probably missing something then if Bill Belichick is interested in one of my players.
And that's interesting you said that, because today Eagles released cornerback CB Jalen Mills. Patriots picked him right up. And, being a Philly fan, like, he's been the weak spot. He has been targeted more times than anyone else in that secondary and has been scored on more times than anyone else in the last 4 years. So, again, maybe Bill Belichick sees something, can coach him better, but
I think not it. Change of pace for a change of scenery for Jalen Mills would probably be good. I think the reason why they went ahead and I think first pick in their draft too, they're going to go ahead and look to get one of these cornerbacks, whoever's available. I think I said J.C. Horn, which I think would be a great pickup for them. But I think the Jalen Mills and the potential draft we're seeing is because they're probably going to go ahead and look to move off of Stephon Gilmore, because they could probably get themselves a low package for that. I could see one of these teams, a good playoff team, giving up potentially the first to go ahead and get Stephon Gilmore.
It's Stephon Gilmore, dude. Defensive player of the year, absolute beast. And I don't hate Jalen Mills. He's a great locker room guy. He's won a Super Bowl. He's got that veteran experience, quote unquote. It's just like on the field, I'm not too big fan of his play. But getting back to this Cam Newton deal here, did you see the interview with Brandon Marshall on I Am Athlete with Cam on there? They had Ocho Cinco, Brandon Marshall, Fred T.
I saw a little bit of that, yeah.
It's incredible. That gave me a whole different perspective on Cam. And it was just a tizzy, bro. I mean, himself, it was like, I can't go out like that. So I think he has to prove to himself, not only the rest of the NFL, that he can still be that dude. So I'm very interested.
Cam Newton is a legend, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
The game.
So we'll see if he can get in there and do it. Just one really interesting thing with his contract. It was actually signed by Matt Patricia as the Patriots representative, who's as of right now is not signed on the Patriots roster. They don't have an official DC, but they were looking at Billy Bell's son with the mullet was probably going to end up being the defensive coordinator. He was calling defensive plays, but didn't earn the title yet. Right. So we'll see where Matt Patricia falls into that coaching hierarchy. Just a little side note there.
Yeah, no, that is definitely a good little side note. And I think the Cam Newton experience can still work. They got to go focus and get him some pieces big time.
I like Najee Harris out there, Doughboy, bro. He's all right.
Would they just get Jonnu Smith?
They just got Jonnu Smith from the Titans.
Jonnu Smith for 4 years, and I know the way Bill Belichick and his system. Well, not his system, but New England likes throwing to the tight ends. They've had some real killers at that tight end position.
Whoa, zinger!
Shout out, but just surround Cam with some weapons, and I think the reason this deal kind of happened too, because besides the Bills, the AFC North, AFC East is still kind of up for a lot of questions going on there, especially what the Jets want to do. Still a lot of stuff going on in Miami about what Tua. What's going to happen there and whatnot. And I think Bill Belichick realized that, Cam's probably just the best option at this point. I think Cam still has it. I think he still make things work. I still think in the draft, maybe one of these 3, 4, 5 rounds, Bill Belichick's going to find himself a QB prospect or something. It's not going to be any big names, probably a dude you never heard of.
Yeah.
But they'll probably mess around and draft somebody or look to sign somebody to bring in, have sit behind a Cam for a year to kind of learn some things. But I think if you fit the right pieces around Cam, I think last year, off the field and stuff like that, being in New England, I think was able to kind of reel him in to just focus about the football. But it was a pretty shite year. And I mean, Grant, I can't blame everything on Cam Newton. He still showed some flashes of being Cam Newton, which is a great football player. Never really been that accurate, but it hasn't really needed to be with an arm like that and just can bulldoze people, running the football. But I like it, man. I love me some Cam Newton. I think he fits good for New England. They really got to hit a couple home runs during this offseason. I know they get a lot of defensive players back, and they're making some small trades here and there. The Jonnu Smith signing, I think, would be awesome. Good, solid foundation.
I think they needed a very strong wide receiver 100% agree with you. That revolutionizes that team. I mean, the defensive upgrades this offseason have already been pretty good. And then I really like Jonnu Smith. He had a sleeper season over there on the Titans. I mean, he was eating, bro.
I could see, hey, dude. I think if I'm GM, bro, I'm packaging that 15th or 16th pick, throwing a second. I'm really gonna make a push to try to go ahead and get a Jalen Waddle or something like that. I think you have to, or if not, you better pull up the Brinks truck, get yourself a Kenny Galladay or something like that.
They need someone, yeah.
I think Kenny Galladay would be amazing in New England with Cam Newton.
Hot take: I think they're gonna get Will Fuller.
Yeah, Will, I could see that. There's something.
Yeah.
You need something.
Someone, yeah. Anyone, dude. Get me out there, bro.
Just bring in a couple guys, and then Cam Newton. As long as he had 2 solid guys, he can go over the top and whatnot. He can figure out the rest with, other free agents or rookie kind of guys. But yeah, man, good for Cam Newton. Like I said, I hope he, $3.5 million guaranteed, but. Depending on what he can do this year, I mean, if it all works well, can look to potentially go long-term with the Pats. And I think he needs to change up his game just a little bit as he gets older. Try to work on that accuracy a little bit, or, we can look next year to potentially go ahead and move on.
Perfect.